Hey everyone, how are you doing? It's Marla. I am fresh out of the shower and I thought it would be fun to do a very natural but still a little bit sexy get ready with me. And I still think I can be a little bit sexy at 57. Just turned 57 this weekend. And I thought it'd be fun to celebrate by trying to make this face look pretty good. So I'm going to use two different eyeshadow palettes. One is more high-end, the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea, and the other one is by e.l.f. I will list all the products in the description box. So let's get started. I know you are sick of me talking about hydrating my face, but I really am a firm believer in hydration. I love this Kerstin Florian Rejuvenating Moisture Balm. It absorbs completely into my skin, does not leave any stickiness or tackiness or any greasy feeling. Love putting this under my makeup. I also like to use this DHC Concentrated Eye Cream around my eyes. Out here in Colorado, I deal with a lot of flakiness and dryness due to the climate, and this eye cream really helps make that whole skin lid area very supple, super soft, and takes away a lot of flakiness. And I'm also going to moisturize my lips with this Milani Coconut Oil. I like to use this Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer to prime my eyelids. It takes away a lot of the discoloration and just gives me a nice, smooth, colored surface to work with. Under my foundation, I like to use this DHC Q10 Base Makeup. It's a great color correcting makeup and it also acts as my primer. All 2016, I was using these Smashbox color correcting sticks. I love these. I use the orange one under my eyes and the green one for redness around my nose or any other area. I'm going to take an e.l.f. brush that has sort of a pointy tip to it and dip it in the shade Abyss from the Rainforest of the Sea palette. And sometimes I start my eye makeup in a unique way. I'm dipping this e.l.f. brush into that shade and I'm just going to draw almost like a dot, as if I was drilling the brush a little bit into my eye area in that outer V. And I twirl a little bit. You can see just that little dot that I made. I build that up with the shadow and then I gradually will then sheer it out. And sometimes I really enjoy starting my makeup this way rather than kind of doing a crease shade at first. I just kind of like put a little dot there and to see where the outer area of my eye is going to be, almost like where your wing would be drawn on. And then I just blend that whole dot out. And I just keep building that same shade up, doing the same thing I did before, kind of drilling that little dot into the outer area of my eye, using the shade Abyss, and then gradually shearing it out into my crease. The next shade I'm going to use is this one, which is called Cove. I'm going to put Cove right along the crease, just kind of building it up right over the shade Abyss that I had just laid down. Now I'm going to take the shade Starfish and put that all over my lid. Reaching for this e.l.f. eyeshadow palette called California, and I'm going to use a shade at the top. There's no name for it, but it's sort of kind of a little purplish lilac shade. Kind of has a little bit of hues of purple. For the brow bone area, I'm going to use Sand from the Tarte palette. Just going to take a little makeup remover and a Q-tip swab to clean up any eyeshadow that might have fallen down in areas of my eyes that I don't want it to be. Giving my eyelashes a curl. And since this is a natural look, I'm not going to line my eyes too much, but I have a little bald spot, as you can see, right there in the middle of my eyelashes that I really need to cover up. So I'm just going to take this Maybelline, I think it's called Unstoppable, eyeliner pencil in black, and I'm going to just tightline my eyes a little bit and then just go over that balding kind of area in my eyelashes to camouflage that. One final little quick curl before I put my mascara on. Since this is a very natural look, I don't want my mascara to look clumpy. So what I normally do is I put on this DHC Eyelash Elixir, put it all over my eyelashes, and then I apply the mascara that I want to use, and it seems to condition my eyelashes enough that it seems to prevent the mascara from clumping up. I just don't want a super clumpy, dramatic eye mascara look when I'm trying to go for a natural look. So I'm using Perversion mascara from Urban Decay. I'm back. Both my eyes are done, and I curled my hair just a touch. I think the next thing I'm going to do is try to camouflage some of the redness on my face, and for that I'm going to use the Smashbox correcting pencil in green, put that all around my nose. Going to use this Etude House sponge little applicator to just press all that in. Taking this CoverGirl Aqua Smoothers Cream Compact, using my very wet beauty blender because I really want to shear this out. I don't want it to look cakey. Going to put two different shades of the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer under my eyes and also a little bit around my nose. I'm going to take this very inexpensive brush I got from eBay and wet it. Try to press all that concealer in around my nose. And then I think I'm going to try to use my beauty blender to shear out that concealer under my eyes. And I'm also going to use a dampened Real Techniques brush to really make sure all that concealer is blended in. I have a really hard time using just a beauty blender under my eyes. It just doesn't fit exactly where I want it to, but this Real Techniques brush is perfect just to get really close along the lash line. I'm going to take this Real Techniques brush and dip it in my e.l.f. HD powder and just sweep that under my eyes. The bronzer you always see me use is by Too Faced. It's the Too Faced Snow Bunny bronzer. I really like this because it's not too dark, but it just gives my cheeks kind of a very healthy glow and a little bit of, not really a shimmer, but just kind of a glistening effect. I don't know. It makes my cheeks look super, super healthy looking. Another favorite you see me use a lot is this Stila, and I think it's called Field of Florals. It's a cheek and lip palette. And I'm going to blend just 2 shades at the top together and just put that right on my little apple of my cheeks. I'm going to take just a little concealer to try to camouflage that burn mark on the side of my face. I've forgotten the name of these drops. They're by CoverFX. I'll put the name down in the description box. I'm only going to put 1 little drop on each cheek because this is still a natural look. I don't want to have crazy highlighting, but I really love how these drops make my cheeks glow. I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, but it's the same routine I always use. I use the Anastasia pomade with the Brow Wiz, and I will be right back. Eyebrows are all done, and I think we are ready for the lippy. I'm going to use a Soap and Glory. I think this is a lip balm. I'm not quite sure of the name of it. Again, I will put it down in the description box. Super nude look. But I really like it. It's kind of, again, kind of a little bit of a sexy look, but it still is a super natural look. And just adding just a touch more of the cream blush from the Stila palette just to my cheeks, and then this look should be almost complete. I'm all done with my face makeup. You can see what my eyes look like. My skin looks super healthy, super soft and hydrated. Doesn't look like I have a lot of makeup on. Very natural, maybe even a little bit sexy. I don't know. I'll throw that in there. But it's all done. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to work a little bit on my hair. Now I'm going to work on my hair. I'm going to take a teasing comb that I got from Sally's, and I'm going to back comb my hair all along the sides and the back and also along the crown area. The main product I'm going to be using on my hair is a product I recently received from Octoly. As you probably already know, Octoly is a platform that works with brands, and those brands work with creators. What they do is the brands will provide a creator, for example, a YouTube creator, a sample of their product. And the product that I received was from Sexy Hair. It's called Vibrant Sexy Hair. It is their almond oil elixir, but they will provide that to a creator to use, and then all we have to do is give our honest opinion. So you can actually spray this on your hair either damp or dry. I actually like to spray it on all my ends when my hair's dry. It really helps with any frizzies, kind of really controls my hair, but at the same time, giving it a little bit of texture. As I've said, this is the Vibrant Sexy Hair Rose Elixir. And this rose almond elixir is supposed to add nourishment, balance, and moisture to the hair. It also has UV filters that provide the hair color with hair color protection and also vibrancy for longer periods of time. It's really kind of a unique product because it combines an oil with a mist with an elixir. But I love it because it allows me to kind of tame all those flyaways. It gives super shine to my hair, and adds also a little texture to it. Oh yes, it's not just for your hair. You can also put it on dry patches. That's what I love about this. You can use it on your hair, you can use it on your skin, and it just provides moisture, and oh, that smell is so good. Not a strong scent at all, just a beautiful, beautiful light rose almond scent. I love it. Thank you, Octoly. Thank you, Sexy Hair. You guys are great. I love your company. I love everything you've given me so far.